We got the new Curiosity Box. Check it out on BrickTsar Toys. Lots of spinning things going on there. Hey, it's BrickTsar. I'm going to be doing a Pablo that's picking a Bricklink Lego order. Yes, again. But this is a special one because it's from a longtime viewer and somebody who has supported the channel. She is on the chart for the super chats. That's Sheila L. Art. She has actually ordered from my Bricklink store, so I'm really happy about that. In fact, I think this might be her first Bricklink order, so we got to make sure this is a good order for her because we want to have her to have a good experience with Bricklink, and I'm hoping. I don't anticipate anything to go wrong. But this is BrickTsar. I do tend to break things. I do tend to make mistakes, so we'll make sure with this Pablo that we do it right. But when you run a Bricklink store, there are a lot of different variables, and it seems like it must have actually got more complicated for sellers when it really should be easier. But one of the things, I got a question that I'm going to discuss here from Chris Bartley about the instant checkout. And the instant checkout is something that's supposed to make it easier for new buyers such as Sheila that's getting this order here, where when you go to the checkout, you know exactly what you're going to pay for shipping, and you can go ahead and do it without waiting for an invoice from the seller. For the first 17 years, 16 or 17 years I was on Bricklink, that was what you did. You placed an order, you waited for the seller to get back to you with the shipping and send you an invoice. Sometimes it takes 2 or 3 days. Usually it's just they do it within the first day because most people want to get their money. But now they've got the instant checkout. But there's some variables with instant checkout that we'll talk about. But first, let me pick the order and then we'll talk about that. We're going to switch to Pablo Cam for that. And I did a Pablo for Blockhead UK, and I realized he had ordered 9 of these 1x1 trans light blue bricks, and Sheila was supposed to get one, so I had to make sure I took that to give to Sheila. So that was one of her orders. She's got 16 different lots, a total of 21 pieces. So we're going to go to the next one, which is going to be these white bricks here, 1x6 bricks. She got 4 of those, so we'll get those for her. Oh, she's got Captain America. Does anybody remember when Captain America was on Slurpee cups? Captain America on Slurpee Rock cups. Yes, I do remember that. I don't remember what year it was, though. Had to be a long time ago. 1646. 1646. This nice medium azure circle plate. 1911, she's got an orange brick. An orange 1x6 brick. There we go, Sheila. What are you going to make with this, Sheila? Is this for one of the kids? Is this for you? Y'all making a mock. Like to see what that is. 3018. Oh, it's over here behind me. Uh-oh. No, right down here. 3018 is a turntable brick. Got one of those. Next one is 3206, which is going to be around here. 3206. It's another turntable holder square base. Usually put a 4x4 circle brick on that. Next up is 3480. 3480. We should also do playlists of, this is old. This is old light gray. It's not the bluish gray. This is light gray. So that's part that's at least 13 years old. Yeah, but I ramble. Sorry. Go back to what I was about to say is that I like to see what people are making, or whether it be a set or a mock. Usually, a lot of times these are mocks or things they want to build. 3600, 4x4 plate. 3871. These new drawers are already selling. These are things I just recently added, just bought these stack-ons, so it's nice to see items from them sell. Got a 1x1 headlight white brick there. We got an arch here, 472. That's not how many she got, that's the drawer number. And one time my wife was like, oh, this was wrong. I didn't have the drawer number, and so it was the part number. She thought the quantity was the part number. I was like, no. Those are arches there. All right, 724. 724. What do we got? Oh, quarter circle, giant macaroni. You can make big macaroni there. Box B18. That's another one of my new boxes. These shoe boxes I bought at Walmart. I still have not had time to get the store ordered, reorganized. It's 1x6 brick there, like bluish gray. Because I've been either working or doing these Pablos. This is this is the fourth one I filmed today. So she may actually get this order before it's posted. All right, J16. J16. All right. What do we got here? Oh, she got one of the shredders. That's the second shredder I've sold in 2 days or 1 day. Maybe it was an earlier order. Got a shredder. Box Q1. 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 Down here. And she got how many of these? 2 of these round. 2 of these round bricks. 1 more lot to go. Where am I going? Z43. She got a poly bag. Jungle boat. Jungle boat. Jungle boat. Jungle boat. There it is. Jungle boat. Alright. That's a friend set. Crash. Alright, so that's Sheila's order. I'll get that all packed up and shipped out to her right away. I hope she enjoys her first order on Bricklink. So what we got here is the store settings. To find this again, you can go to My Store settings. You can go to shipping. And what I did is I actually imported a bunch of different options for that. I got request for invoice. That's the old way to do it. I had to set the international one because I didn't have that set up. But basically these lightning bolts, that means it instantly can calculate it. And they'll have different things. Now I have had some problems where it'll say a bubble mailer and it won't fit in a bubble mailer because of the volume. This sets here. This is where you can set all the dimensional weights. Let's see, right here. This is, you add the package restrictions. So if you're selling sets, you need to make sure that it's going to have to go in a box, basically, unless it's a poly bag. So you got to make sure these are set correctly, as well as on the individual items that they are set correctly. There are items in my store, for instance, that do not have a weight or a size. And when that happens, when somebody orders one of those, the only option they have is request invoice. So I don't view that as a problem. That way I can verify, like when I go, it just makes it slower for the buyer. But maybe that's something I should go through and audit my inventory and make sure I add the dimensions for anything that is not there, whether it be the weight or the size of the object, so that the instant checkout will work. Now I think that might be what you're talking about in your question. That was the question that was asked about that from Chris Bartley. He says, how are you finding instant checkout on Bricklink? I've had frustrations of the system allowing parts with no dimensions through under instant checkout. Some of these pieces have been outside the shipping dimensions, I've said. So again, just default back to the old way if it's a problem. I have bought from buyers. I have bought from sellers. I have bought from sellers that still do it the old way, that have quite big stores. But I do think it makes it easier for your average buyer or newer buyers to buy if you have the instant checkout. So, yeah, I'm not sure if you didn't realize you could import others, but if you do import other people's shipping charts, make sure that before you make them go live, that you look at them. Make sure that it's going to be charging the right shipping. I imported them at the beginning, and it was like right after that, or at the same time, the post office raised the rates. So I had to go back and reset everything. So, but you can do all that, man. You can import somebody's, and you can adjust it yourself if you want to. And I can maybe do a tutorial how to do that. If you want to add a shipping method, you can choose from a shared shipping method. And I would look at some of the top ones when you do that. You look at some of the top ones. That's one way to do it. They really made it easy, and that could be a whole another video. Let me know if that's something I should do, and that's all for that. Hope that answered a question for you. If you have any other questions about Bricklink, I'm thinking about doing a series where I do some tutorials, and as I get more organized in the basement, maybe we'll do more, like have certain days that we do certain types of videos, whether it be the Pablos. And what we're doing with the Pablos, it's not sustainable. I appreciate it. I appreciate all the orders. We're up to brick number, what does Sheila get? I forgot to say the brick she gets. Sheila is getting Rory, the BrickTsar signed brick number 26. That's going to Sheila. Sheila, you get brick number 26. And I may end up having to just sign the bricks, go ahead and have some, and have my wife pick the orders, because up until recently she picked all the orders, but I've been doing these Pablos, so I pick them. And I need to get her back to doing them. That was her thing that she did during the day for me, so yeah. It's been nice for her, because she's doing all the stuff for my daughter's wedding, getting that all set up. So it's worked out though, and the orders have really helped us, because we've had to buy food. My wife just came home today. She went out and got a lot of the pasta that's going to be for the wedding. It's in 2 weeks, less than 2 weeks now, or when you're watching this, it may be 1 week. So we still got to go get some other food items that are more perishable things, like the day before, and there's a lot more things to do. But all these orders have been helping immensely, taking a lot of stress off of us. And the wedding's a joyous time. We're really happy for my daughter. I love my son-in-law that we're going to have. I'm very proud of them and the hard work that they've put in. And once I get through this, just the whole planning and setting up everything, which my wife has really done most of the work, hopefully things will start getting back to normal down here. And that's all I got to say. So anyway, thanks for watching this video, and we will see you in the next one. Oh no. This is a pretty awesome one. It's just very entertaining, all the spinning and dropping objects in the puzzles.